Imagine opening your business one morning and finding your street blocked, your storefront damaged, or your employees unable to get to work. Not because of a storm, not because of a fire, but because of civil unrest. Now, this isn't a hypothetical anymore because right now, across many regions, civil disturbance isn't just a rare event. It's becoming more frequent, more organized, and more disruptive. By the way, stay tuned at the end of this video where you'll hear directly from Mike about why he wrote his Amazon #1 best-selling book, Operational Excellence, and how you too can apply the lessons he's learned from building, leading, and managing programs for global organizations over the past 3 decades. Hello, everyone. I'm Jerome Ryan, joined by Mike Janko for Impact Analysis.
Thanks, Jerome. Hello, everyone. Today, we're talking about a topic that's continuing to escalate and to influence us. It's civil disturbance. It's a risk that feels unpredictable, uncomfortable, and many believe is definitely not avoidable. Remember to stay tuned for our 4 recommendations to help you take steps on how to protect your people and business a little bit later in our presentation. But right now, our behavior is under pressure from multiple directions at the same time: politics, economic stress, and hyper social media. And here's the key point we're seeing. When civil stability starts to weaken, continuity of your business is one of the first things that's impacted.
So what happens when civil unrest doesn't just occur occasionally, but becomes part of the operating environment? Today, we're breaking down why that's happening and what it means for organizations trying to stay resilient and neutral in highly charged environments.
Jerome, across the world, we're seeing an increase in protests, demonstrations, and civil unrest events. This has been building over time, but the recent political cycles and social pressures are accelerating it. Here's a few numbers to put it in perspective. Over 155,000 protests and 18,000 riots were recorded globally in 2025. In the US, protest activity increased significantly with over 10,700 events in 2025 alone. Some data sets show protest activity surging 77% year over year in the certain regions. And this isn't limited to one issue. It's happening across political, social, and economic lines as well.
Here's where it gets serious. Civil disturbance today moves faster. It scales faster than ever before. We're seeing real world examples right now. Ongoing immigration-related protests across multiple US cities in 2026. Large, coordinated protest movements with thousands of planned events nationwide. International events like student-led riots in Indonesia, leading to thousands of arrests. At the same time, political polarization is rising, trust in institutions is declining, and people are reacting in real time. So you have a situation where emotions are elevated, information spreads instantly, and events can escalate out of control very quickly. That's not just a societal issue, that's a direct business risk.
And civil disturbance isn't just about large cities or government centers. The impact spreads quickly to businesses. Check out a few more numbers, Jerome. Civil unrest has caused $10 billion in insured losses in recent years. Commercial properties are increasingly being targeted during protests. Over 50% of companies globally now rank civil unrest as a top operational risk.
Yeah, and that hits organizations fast. Retail, manufacturing, hospitality, logistics, you name it. If your operations depend on physical locations, workforce mobility, customer access, you're exposed. And here's the bigger issue. When civil disturbance occurs, operations shut down, supply chains are interrupted, employees feel unsafe, customers stay away. And this is how a social issue becomes a business continuity issue. So let's talk a little bit about the cascading effects now. The first effect is the disruption. But what's coming next is more important because it isn't just about physical damage, it's about perception, escalation, and speed.
We're already seeing organizations struggle with a key question. Do we take a stance or do we stay neutral? Because employees expect leadership to respond. customers react quickly, and social media amplifies everything.
Yeah, and here's where media and social platforms play a major role. Studies are now showing social media can organize protests within hours. It increases participation and intensity of events. Misinformation, that too can spread rapidly, sometimes reaching millions within a day. We've even seen narratives amplified differently depending on media coverage. The same event described in conflicting ways across outlets.
Here are a few additional thoughts, Jerome. Being a highly resilient organization in this environment is your competitive advantage. That includes strong crisis management plans, physical security and facility protection, real-time communication strategies. Organizations that do this well respond faster, reduce losses, and maintain employee trust. You go from reacting to events to managing disruptions proactively.
Yeah, and we're starting to see it hit a bigger question. What organizations can operate effectively in environments where disruption is unpredictable and emotionally charged? Because the answer determines who maintains continuity, who experiences repeated disruption, and who loses stakeholder confidence.
So here's the bottom line, Jerome. Civil disturbance isn't just a societal issue anymore. It's become a real operational risk. Right now, it's increasing in frequency, speed, and impact. From political cycles to social movements to economic stress, the message is the same. Disruption can emerge quickly and impact business directly. So what can you do to strengthen preparedness, protect your people, build operational resilience? That's what's needed to be done. The way you plan for disruption is changing right now.
Yeah. So, Mike, what should leaders do? Develop a clear position on organizational neutrality. You don't need to engage in every issue, but you do need consistency, clarity, and alignment with your own values. Avoid reactive messaging because once you take a position, it's hard to reverse. Second, build a civil disturbance preparedness plan. This can be contained within existing plans that you may have, like emergency response procedures, facility protection strategies, remote work capabilities, and even scenario planning for unrest events. Third, focus on employee safety and communications. Provide clear guidance during disruptions, monitor local conditions, and support employee well-being.
And our final takeaway, Jerome, is monitor the environment in real time. Events escalate quickly. Social media accelerates the reactions, and early awareness is critical. Please share our story with friends and colleagues. Subscribe and like our Impact Analysis channel. It's always great joining you, Jerome, and sharing our message to benefit our audience. Until next time, thanks for joining us on Impact Analysis, and we strongly believe you can manage risk now or its consequences later. Thank you. Hi, I'm Mike Janko, author of Excellence in Operational Resilience and co-host of the new YouTube channel, Impact Analysis. I wrote this book so you can learn of my journey of both personal and operational resilience. During my career as Goodyear's Director of Global Business Continuity and various leadership roles at both Nestle and Stouffer Hotels, we successfully managed through nearly 4,000 significant events and crises throughout the US, Latin America, Europe, Middle East, Africa, and Asia Pacific. A key takeaway during all those events was our teams performed the best when they were led by resilient leaders. My personal resilience is based on being an athlete, martial artist, and setting 2 world sit-up records. And a resilient leader does not allow themselves or their teams to fail. Operational resilience is not just about responding to crises. It's about leading teams to adapt, adjust, learn, and succeed through all types of events. If your organization wants to improve, I suggest you get my book, Excellence in Operational Resilience. After all, the only thing harder than being resilient is explaining why you aren't.